did into spring. Had a big role towards the end of last year. What are you looking to carry on from that?
Really, I mean, to carry on from last year, I really just feel like I want us to be closer together. Last year we were close, but I feel like we should build a bigger, better bond this year. So that as we go into the season, we feel like more safe and good with each other as we're on the field. We don't really have to worry about, having if we were real close, we already know we got each other's back on the field. So it's not even really a point. I feel like, we were close last year, but not as close as we are this year. I feel like us building a better bond is very good for us. So, I feel like that plays a huge role for the whole thing.
Some new pieces on the offensive side of the ball. How different is this offense compared to, say, last year's team?
We have a lot of new faces. And everybody that's in here, everybody's good. Everybody's looking good at practice. There hadn't been nobody on the team that we brought in, and it's like, everybody fits in. Everybody's good. Everybody working together. All the linemen, they look good. The receivers look great. The tight ends, fullbacks, they look even better. So everybody just looks great.
For you, how different is this spring compared to your first spring last year?
My first spring, I feel like this year I'm more into it. I know more of what I'm doing since I had a season last year. And I can thank all the running backs last year for taking me under their wing for the first spring. But now it's this year we have new faces in the running back room, so I feel like I have to play the part in bringing them under my wing, even though I'm still one of the youngest backs in the room.
What's that like to be in a position where you're still super young, but you also have kind of a lot of reps?
It's a good thing when you look at it. It's not like I'm fresh to it, but I'm still fresh to it, I really like it, though. It's just really fun.
What does Elijah Collins bring to the room with his experience and adding to the depth?
I would say as we're in film, we're all still able to learn. And, as we're in film, Elijah sitting next to me in film. And, when I do something, he'll, give me, a tip, hey, this is what you could do better. Just having the experience as a running back that's been in college for years, he gives me tips. And, me being in this offense longer, when I see him do something, I'm like, hey, look, if you do this, it works better this way. So I would say, having him in there, he brings a lot to the table. All our running backs have different styles. Can't go wrong with putting him in there with us. He's a good back.
What do you think your style is? Is that something you kind of have to grow into, or do you kind of know right before you even play in a game?
I feel like it's a little bit of both. You can know what your style is, and also you can be like, okay, I can adapt to a little bit of change in the style, Yeah. But all our backs are different. You got Jay Nix, the speed back. You got me, I'm more downhill. Elijah, he's like the mixture of both of us. He can make you miss, but he also will run you over. And with that, I don't think, defenses can really game plan for us if we all have different things.
Yeah.
How big was the way the season ended for you? How big was that for you? With starting and doing things that you did?
It was a good feeling to start, but I really wish we could have won that game, It would have felt even better. But, it wasn't even the fact of the start. It was just the outcome of the game that really just took everything down, But, I feel like we won't have that feeling again. We came back to the table and made some different plans, and, we've just been working since then.
How different do you feel now having that year of experience?
I get out here now and I just feel like, okay, it's like how when you study for a test, you actually study for a test, and you get out there and, you get to the test, you're like, okay, I know what I'm doing, I'm good. That's how it feels now, Did my studying last year, and then now I'm here and I know a little bit of what I'm doing. I'm still learning, though.
You said actually studying. Do you study?
Of course I study, of course.
You made it sound iffy.
Nah.
How important was the end of last season going into spring for you guys?
It was huge. I feel like it was huge because, we lost a bunch of faces, and it was a bunch of new faces. A bunch of younger guys at that. But, I feel like we handled it well, and, we only can grow from there. So I feel like with the outcome of last year, we don't want to go through that again, obviously. So I feel like we're all going to come together and be even better than what it was.
I just got over here, the new running schemes, using more gap-type stuff. I don't know how much you did of that at Euless Trinity, but how does it fit you and fit your game, and how comfortable are you becoming with it?
I think I'm very comfortable with it. I'm more of a downhill back. I'm not really gonna outrun too many people. You got them fast safeties like Kendall. You know what I'm saying. But I feel like it's better with the gap scheme going downhill. In the box we can make one miss. We can go head up with the linebackers, and then by the time we get to the safety, it's already blocked by our receivers. So I feel like it's better for us, all of us, as a unit.
Does that tattoo say self-made?
Yes, sir, it does. Yeah, Tiger. Really, there's nothing really behind it. I saw it and I liked it, but I can't really say I'm self-made. You got to give thanks to my mom, you know. But just being out here, I feel like, a little bit self-made. You go back and teach yourself some things, and then you learn from yourself, So, I would put it to that.
Is there anything you kind of took from last year that you really want to improve on, or say this is the year to turn that into a strength? Anything you're looking to add?
I would say last year I played a little slower, It was my first college season. I played a little slower. So, this year I would like to change that to where I'm up to speed with it, and hitting everything faster.
How was the adjustment? I feel like I talked to some players that say college not that different from high school, and others say I could have been playing on Mars. It was so different. How was it for you? How did you feel?
I would say it was different, but not really. It's just like coming here. Everybody's good. Everybody's that top player. They were their top player in the area. So it's like you're playing a bunch of great people. It's not like you can just in high school. Some people ran over other people. But like here, everybody's good. You're not really big dog, little dog with nobody.
Going back all the way to like Pop Warner, have you ever been in a committee, or was last year your first year not getting all the carries?
Yeah, last year was I don't know. You can go back to my sophomore year of high school. I was like that too.
Okay.
It happened to be like that.
But not since sophomore year?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Was that a lot different for you?
Yeah, it was different. Used to playing a lot, but I have to learn the game. Yeah. You can't just come in and start. You got to work for your spot. Yeah. So I couldn't even be mad about that. I had to put in the work and show them that that's how everything is.
Along those same lines, I'm always eager when a guy gets his first chance here to talk to the media after the year moratorium. Did you miss the media? Did you miss talking to cameras? Or, dang, man, I wish I could keep doing that. I get to leave right after practice and not talk to those guys.
Yeah, everybody misses the media, But it's not, yeah, I missed the media. I can say that I did.
But guess what? Sean's going to let you have plenty of opportunities. I can tell already. You're going to get to do this a lot.
Yes, sir.
The fan base took to you rather quickly. What's it kind of like being a fan favorite and getting all that love from the fans?
It means a lot, honestly, especially with everything that happened in that year. A bunch of fans were really I wouldn't say turning on the players, but just down talking them. And I would hate to be on that side of it, but it's just the fact that they took me in and were very supportive of me, and I really appreciate them, honestly. They're great. We have a great fan base. I can say that. You would know if you come to games. Everybody knows when you come to games, our fan base is great.
The read zone play that ended up in a touchdown in the bowl game. Can you kind of take us through what happened there?
All right, so we were in the red zone. We ran it on 1st and goal, and that play, it wasn't even supposed to happen like that. But we came to the sideline, and we saw the way they played it, and I told Garrett, I was like, Garrett, if the linebacker doesn't come over, if he comes over top like he did, I'll slip around, just toss it in. And me and Garrett are real close. That's my roommate. So I knew he wouldn't think I would steer him wrong. So as he came around, turned around and dumped it, and it was just there. I was like, I'm glad it worked, because Coach Dunn would probably got on us if it didn't.
On the West Virginia game, I know it didn't end the way you wanted, but to me that seemed like a really important game for your development. In the rain, West Virginia had really done a good job of keeping you guys from running the ball, and then you kind of breathed life into the run game. Talk about that game and maybe what you got out of that.
Really, at halftime we were getting stuff done, but we really weren't. So we went in and made some changes. Our line, they did their, as y'all can see, our rushing was great. Our line did great. They made we made changes, and they adapted to the changes, and we just played. And I feel like it was great for us to do that in that weather, because normally teams struggle running the ball in that weather, fumbles, bad snaps. But we overcame that, and we just kept working.
You got some long ones on that one. The safeties didn't catch you that afternoon.
Our receivers, they were doing such a good job stock blocking. We didn't really have to worry about the safeties and the DBs.
For more information, you can visit TulsaWorld.com.